Come on guys, last chance, let's get the theme song right this time. 1, 2, 3, 4. Last days of the Chilli Festival. Last days of the Chilli Festival. Last days of the Chilli Festival. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Stop, stop, stop. Oh, for sake.
This week on Improvised Survivor.
All right, guys. So this is my plan. We build a fire and we try to catch one of these boars that are running around on the island.
Yeah, it seems like a good idea. We need to eat, and it's getting cold at night.
Okay, so I'm just going to take this sphere and I'm going to go in the woods and I'm going to get this boar.
Yes, and I am going to bring this sack in which to collect its juicy meats.
Yes.
Lucy, Neil, I hate to stop you there, but you don't have a spear and there's no sack. Neil, you're just holding. Is that a blade of grass?
Yes, and it's really good at killing boars.
It's a blade of grass.
It's more than a blade of grass. If you just watch as I kill this rabbit.
That's not a rabbit. You are stabbing a blade of grass into your hand.
Yes,
that's not having no effect.
The rabbit.
Lucy, rabbit what, Lucy?
Look, me and Neil have been talking, okay? And you are really, really stepping on our scenes. You knew what we signed up for.
We have got 2 bags. We have got 2 bags left. 2 bags of peanuts.
Yes. And those peanuts could attract a herd of wild elephants for us to ride to safety.
Yes, and maybe there's some sort of Aladdin-esque genie that grants all our wishes when we get there.
Yes, and it's played by Will Smith, the better genie.
We're on an island, a tropical island. There aren't elephants. Do you know anything about basic geography? Do you know anything? We're on an island. At most, we'll get a crab. A crab.
Yes, and that crab will be amazing.
Yes, and it will sing that song, Under the Sea.
Oh, my God. They're not...
Under the sea.
Don't.
Sea.
Oh, Jesus Christ. You can't... It's not going to sing. We need to get some food. We're running out of peanuts. We haven't got a fire. You literally just walked around and said, "There's a fire. I feel better now." It's not a fire. You literally walked around some stones that you placed in a circle. We have no means of fire. We are going to die.
Yes, and when people find our bodies, we'll be remembered as heroes.
That to be so amazing. You're so smart, Lisa.
It's Lucy, but you know.
Lucy, sorry. Yes, it is Lucy.
And it's Neil.
And Neil, yes.
And Neil, yes. And you're both...
Yeah, you're getting it. Yes,
and you're a bit of a killjoy.
Yes, and I've been eating the peanuts while you sleep.
I can tell. That's why we've only got 2 bags left. We had 5 yesterday.
Yes, and I have diarrhea.
You do, clearly.
Okay.
That is the only thing you've said that's correct. It is everywhere.
Okay, Jared, I just don't think you're getting it. We took those classes and we signed up for this TV show.
Yeah.
And I just don't think you're getting it. Like you were always the last one picked for scenes.
It's Survivor. We have to survive.
Yes, and we're not going to do it unless you get into the spirit of the game.
Yeah, and they said you have to improvise your survival.
No, we have to come up with solutions for the fact that we are surviving. We are alone on this island for the next 3 months.
Yes, and if you listen to us, we would have already had a fire. We would be eating boar meat right now and riding around on sick elephants.
Yes, how cool would that be?
Let me get this clear now. We are on a tropical island for the next 3 months. We were given 10 bags of peanuts, the clothes that we are currently wearing, and told to survive. The improvisation part of that is that we have to work together and come up with legitimate solutions to the fact that we are going to starve to death.
Yes, and at least we'll have beach bodies.
Yes, and improv is the greatest team game there is. You're the sour grape here. You're not the one getting the spirit of it. When we started the Slapping Kojacks, the number 3 improv team in our secondary school, everyone didn't believe us. They thought those three, Lucy, Jared, and Neil, they're going to skyrocket to the stars. But Jared and his bad attitude ate all those sandwiches, lost all that weight. And now look at us.
I'm trying to keep us alive. Alive. Right. Okay. I'm going that way.
Yes, and we'll come with you.
Oh, okay, that's fine. We're getting somewhere. We're going to go that way and try and find a water source.
We cut to following Jared through the jungle as he's getting more and more frustrated with the fact.
Right. Can you stop making those noises?
Yes, and I'm whistling a pleasant tune to keep us going.
I don't.
Yes, and I'm making popping noises to keep away the mosquitoes.
Oh my.
Yes, and I've heard that mosquitoes hate popping noises, and that's why we haven't been bitten.
Oh, it's the middle of the day. You don't get them till the evening. Did you not read any of the instructional booklets that they gave us before we were put on this tropical island?
Yes, and I made them into paper airplanes.
Oh.
Yes, and we threw them into traffic.
Yes. That was a good day. That was right before we boarded the plane.
Yeah, and there was that horrible 3-car pileup, and we had to leave very quickly.
Yes, and do you think there's extradition treaties on this tropical rock?
If anything, it's probably we need to start establishing some form of community because we may never be allowed to leave. So we need to put some systems in place. By that, I don't mean popping and whistling while we're walking. Oh, Jesus.
Okay, Jared. Look.
Neil, what?
Lucy, I think, maybe, just maybe, we just listen to Jared.
Yeah, you think?
Yes, and we take what he says into consideration.
Yes, and maybe we'll find another bag of peanuts up there.
Yes, and that's maybe where the elephants are. Follow the smell of the peanuts. Let's go.
Okay, I'm following you, big guy. Show me them sandwiches.
Jared, that was the best idea you've ever had.
Okay. Let's play this little game. Walk with me without the whistling and the popping or any other kind of stupid noises.
Jared,
and let's
Jared, like improv side and being funny in that, I think you should be very quiet and don't turn around right now because I think there's a bear behind you.
This isn't Lost. This isn't that fateful show that went on too long. There isn't a bear behind me. We're in a tropical island.
Yes, and make yourself as big as possible because that's what scares bears the most.
There's no bear behind me. There is no... I read the booklets. There is no bears. The only thing we have on this island is coconut crabs that will walk across the islands. And we have fish in the sea. Without them, we are going to die. If there is a bear behind me... Oh. Neil?
Yes?
Neil, you forgot a word after you said yes.
And
Neil, thank you.
What do you want?
You just made a bear sound.
Oh. See, it couldn't have been Neil. Neil didn't do that.
Lucy?
Yes, and?
You made a bear sound. I saw your lips move while you were looking directly at me in the eyes.
Yes, and I was trying to whistle the song you told me that I couldn't whistle because it calms my nerves because I'm scared of the bear.
Okay, do me a favor.
Yes, and?
Right. Point directly at that bear, said bear. Now, if there is a bear, I will give you a bag of peanuts. Okay, do me a favor now. Go up to that said bear and throw yourself into its open jaws.
Yes, and Luckily, it's Winnie the Pooh Bear, and he has a nice soft mouth.
Oh, right. That's it. We are going to die. Do I need to? Right. No. Enough. Is this on? I'm going that way. You two can follow me if you want. I'm going to get a water source. I'm going to set up a camp, and I'm going to survive. You two, clowns. That's right, clowns. The makeup's no good. You don't need makeup. We're in a goddamn tropical island. There's no one else here. Why have you got the full clown makeup on? Why didn't you wear the uniforms and the outfits they gave us, which will help you in this horrible situation? Instead, you're wearing a hat. You, Lucy, are wearing full clown makeup. You've got big pointy shoes. What the fuck are you going to do with big pointy shoes?
We cut to a week later. Jared sits alone in his camp. He has a fire. He has water. He has what leftover peanuts and the peace of mind knowing that he doesn't have to suffer those two fools anymore.
God damn.
Bring, bring,
What was that?
bring, bring,
What? Where's that coming from?
bring, bring.
Who is that? Who is it? Hello?
Hello?
Oh, yeah.
Hi, is this Jared?
Yes, it is. I wonder who this is.
This is the CEO of CBS, and we just want to congratulate you for staying on the island so long. You win. You just go to the beach and go to your party.
Yes, and there'll be coconut crab waiters and fish stew.
Right. What was your name again? Sorry.
This is Steven, head of the CBS.
And Lucy Eelball.
Stephen and the beloved 50s television icon, Lucille Ball.
Yes, I invested my money in CBS.
Oh my God, Lucille Ball. I could have sworn you died at least 20 years ago.
That's what you think, but...
Right. Do me a favor, Lucille Ball and Steve. Could you
From
potentially...
CBS.
From CBS, yes, the network that we're doing this wonderful Survivor game on. Could you do me a massive favor? Could you maybe just leave me alone and get away from behind the rock that I'm leaning against?
Oh, I don't know what you mean there, Jared.
Lucy Ball, you appear to have changed the way you speak.
I forgot my voice.
Oh, okay, Lucille Ball.
Characters are never my strong point. That's why I just did a show about me.
It's the best British show on CBS.
Okay, well,
The
thanks,
Family
both.
Network.
Thanks, both. The fact that it's only been 4 days and this is meant to be a 3-month-long competition would indicate that you aren't actually the head of CBS, and you may be my slightly deranged former friend, Neil, and still lover, Lucy.
Yes, and you caught us.
Yes, and I've been missing that body of yours.
I've been missing you too, Lucy, to be honest, but it's the shoes. It's the shoes.
Yes, and we can't stand close enough to kiss.
I know. That's what I mean. It's getting in the way of a lot of things, mainly tree roots and snakes.
So,
Right.
how you been?
I've been good. I am surviving. I have improvised a fire. I have got some fish that I have caught that are drying on the racks next to said fire, and I have got a shelter next to this rock, which is keeping me warm and dry at night. I feel good. I have not been attacked by any coconut crabs yet.
Hold the phone. You improvised that fire. I can see it.
Yes. I used skills, my hands.
Well, we rode elephants.
Wonderful. How is that going for you?
It's going great. My elephant is about to star in the next Marvel film,
Yeah.
and he's gonna give me, money whenever he gets paid.
That's wonderful. Let me ask you a question. Was that elephant made out of human feces?
Yes. And that's what I think of all Marvel movies.
Wonderful. That's, well, a controversial opinion, but the only reason I'm asking that is because you appear to be covered a lot in the lower region in human feces. Would that by any chance be from yourself?
Yes, and me.
Okay, so you've both got dysentery now. Did you happen to eat any of the plants or foliage on this island?
Yes. And we made a nice stew.
And you made a nice stew. How did you make a stew without fire?
Yes, and we improvised the fire just like you did.
No, I have actually created a fire. I took 2 sticks and I rubbed them together with friction.
Well, let's...
Oh, prop comic.
Yeah.
You know what my forte was.
And you
It's
know
the
what,
reason you fell in love with me, Lucy.
Lucy, we're doing fine. You have your elephant, I have my elephant. We're doing good. We don't need him. We don't need Jared.
You don't need the person who is probably going to be the only thing keeping you alive on this island. You're right. Go and ride your elephants. Go and ride them. Ride them off into the sunset. See if I care. Lucy, I love you. I always have. But if you choose to be with this, again, I will use the word clown because he's still got the makeup on. If you choose to be together, then go ride off into the sunset or stay with me, the person who is going to keep you alive. Your choice.
Come on, Lucy, let's get out of here.
Yes, and this dip doesn't even have an elephant. Let's go.
That's right. Goodbye. Dysentery, you probably got another 2 to 3 days if you're lucky. Don't eat any of the plants and definitely don't drink any seawater. Good luck.
We cut 3 months later to Jared counting down his last few hours as he's about to win the Survivor final.
This is it. This is it. The sun. I can see the sun. All right. We're just before midday. Just before midday. I reckon we got about 10 minutes left. 10 minutes left, and this is it. I made it. Lucy, I miss you, and I do miss you, but this was for me. This was for me. I had to survive. I had to survive. They're gonna... is that the chopper? No, it can't be.
Jared!
Up, Jared! You're still on the island.
How
What the hell?
Yeah, what are you doing here, bud?
Did you not come? There was helicopters. The show's been cancelled. What?
No,
You've been here the whole time.
Yeah.
no.
Yeah.
How are you still here? How are you still alive?
We got picked up like that day. Remember the last time we saw you?
No way.
Well, what I had a great idea. The boars again, and so we went boar hunting, and then you remember Clarence?
Who's Clarence?
Clarence, the director. He like popped out of the woods, and he was like, "You guys."
You mean
Are-
Carl? Carl.
No,
Carl
Clarence. Carl Aarons. Yeah.
Carl
that guy.
Aarons. Yeah, Carl Aarons. Yeah, of course I know Carl Aarons.
Sorry, well, you've always made fun of my speech impediment, and it's really that's. Anyways, so we because we won. He was like, you had to get out of here.
I've been here for 3 months.
You don't understand, do you? Right. Let's put it this way. So our improv was so superior to your improv that they've actually cancelled Improvised Survivor and given us the time slot. We're national TV names.
Yeah.
I
Look at
own
me.
this helicopter.
And I got my whole clown suit now. Look at this.
I've lost 2 toes to coconut crabs.
Oh yeah, you were cancelled way before that happened, baby.
What? I am covered in lice. I'm covered in lice bites.
They kept the cameras on you. I mean, it was pretty. That's actually just because we were all like, Jared, he's part of the team. Can we, show some of the better clips?
How are your shoes even longer?
That's my thing. That's my shtick now.
You can't even walk?
Hardly.
How could you walk with those things?
We can afford invasive plastic surgeries.
Where did you get the gold canes from?
I told you, #1 show.
Yeah. Imported
What?
from Jonathan's Gold Kings of London.
Jonathan's Gold Kings from London.
Jonathan's, the premier Gold King.
Jesus. All right.
So we basically just thought we'd kind of catch up with you, see how it's going. Don't get us wrong, you're covered in your own shit. You're not getting in our helicopter, but you are always so sure of your survival skills.
Yeah, you can make it a couple more months, right?
The only thing I got for any kind of comfort is this coconut crab who keeps eating my toes.
Yeah, seems like a fine replacement for me. Oh, me and Neil are totally banging, by the way.
Oh, totally.
We're Hollywood's #1 clown couple.
I could hear you in the jungle sometimes at night. I thought it was just, coconut crabs banging together, but
I mean, we use them.
Oh yeah. How do you?
Well, this coconut crab doesn't do much really. I thought
Oh my God, Lucy, I have a great idea.
What's that?
How about we improvise him off this island?
For old time's sake, he loves our improv.
He loves the improv.
I'm gonna tell you the honest truth. You two, I really do hate you.
Yes, and is that a rescue boat I see?
No, it's not. This is it now.
We cut to Jared stood over two shallow graves.